Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little different and it might take me a really long time. I've never done anything like this before, but basically I'm going to take you guys along with me on the journey of how I swap out all the deco in my planner. So this is my velvet sand. I just put up a video maybe like a couple weeks ago on how on my unboxing and how much I love it, and it's this really beautiful taupe color. But all the deco I just moved over from my previous planner in my Louis Vuitton Graphite and so it's not that it doesn't match, but I was looking for more of like a taupey look. So I couldn't find anything that I exactly wanted, and I decided to make some digitals myself. By the time this video goes live, so these will be on in my Etsy shop. So here's a couple of the pieces that I've chosen, and I'm gonna keep some of the ones in here as well. So I've embraced change. So if you guys didn't know, I love hand lettering. This is all in my handwriting, and then I've added some details. I love this. And here's like a bedroom set. So you can tell that it kind of is gonna match this like dusty, taupey, rose kind of like desert feel, which is the vibe that I was going for. So some of these are printed on vellum. You'll see like a thicker vellum. And then I've punched some of these on the wrong side because I'm going to be placing it on the back. I'll show you like when I'm layering, I like having some of these punched on the wrong side because it's going to be like the left side of the page. So like this one's on the wrong side. And here's another one. These two kind of go together. It's like a night and day set. And then I have this one. I love this. Not all who wander are lost. So another fun one. I used to do a lot more hand lettering back when I first opened my Etsy shop and probably last year, but since then I've stopped for a little bit just because it got really stressful and I picked up my full-time teaching job, and so it's been a lot, but it's been fun to kind of go back, and I realized that definitely when you stop practicing, you do get rusty. Okay, so I've already warned you that this video is probably going to be a little lengthy, but this is what I usually do. So whenever I'm switching out my deco in a planner, a lot of my sections stay the same. So in the beginning, my sections used to change, and really until I found something that worked for me, I really feel like my divider tabs, my sections, everything changed. But now a lot of it is just me moving over my planner into like switching out my planner cover, taking like the guts out and sticking it inside the new planner, and then switching out deco. I love how this is set up, and this is kind of new for me, so I'm gonna keep that. This is a little die cut from my shop. They're little freebies that went out with last month's kit. And then I have like an authenticity Chanel card that I kind of like. I felt like the colors matched really well. This is from Villa Beautiful. It's a little magnet. I didn't want it to ruin the leather actually, so I have it just pinned onto. This is a task card from the Honeybee shop, and then I have some little page flags that I kind of made using Villa Beautiful stickers and her page flags as well. And this is a little magnet, so I just kind of stuck this in here. And because I'm so bad, I think I've mentioned this in several videos, but I'm so bad at coming up with something for the front pocket, I'm actually like pretty happy with how this turned out, and I'm just going to be leaving it as is. It might just stay like this forever because I'm not very creative with that. I also have this little, it's kind of like a magnet clip, like an ollie clip, but this is a VB one that came in her October kit, I believe. So that's from Villa Beautiful as well. I don't think those are available on the site. Okay, so this is pretty chunky. I had a couple questions on Instagram on how it closed because I did get that bigger clasp, the longer clasp, because I don't like it when it looks like my planner is about to explode. So this is what it looks like. It's chunked up. Like you can tell there's no more space in the rings. I mean, I could, but then I wouldn't be able to even like turn my planner. But this is chunked up to, I feel like this is the maximum that it could take unless you're going to have trouble flipping the pages. So when I close it up, this is what it looks like. So there's no like, I hate when it warps on the side because there's not a lot of space. Also what this accommodates for is that because I don't have a back pocket, but if you had a back pocket here and you wanted to stuff that, I feel like it would give you a little more leeway, if that makes sense. Also, if you like to stuff your back pockets with things and stickers and stuff like that, it all adds to the chunk, and I feel like it closes a little bit better. So I'm really happy that I got that 7mm extended strap thing. So I will link the Velvet Sand video in the description box, and then I'll try to put a little card if I remember to do that, and then you guys can check it out. It has all the dimensions of what I ordered and how this looks. I love the little square edges. I wasn't sure if I wanted the rounded or the squared edges, and I really am loving the squared edges. I'm happy that I went with that choice. Okay, so enough chit-chatting. I told you this is going to be long, so usually what I'll do is I'll go in from the middle, and I kind of just undo it from here, and I'm gonna just carefully take out everything. So when I change out my planner, if I change out my tabs, I will usually kind of like stick those in. I'm going with the same tabs. I like the ones that I have in here. I feel like they're a perfect fit, and it is a look I am going for. Ooh, I'm trying to be really careful not to rip anything here. Okay, so it's empty. This is how much is inside, just to give you a hint of like how stuffed it was. It's a lot. Okay, so I might change things out a couple of times. That's my process. Again, I've never done this live on camera, so hopefully this goes well. But I like to have, this is a dashboard from my shop, but even if it's not this dashboard, I kind of like to have just like my name somewhere. So let me see, I'm gonna put that in. And then what I will usually do is kind of like check it against other dashboards that I have like this and try to see if there's one that kind of fits the theme well. This is the one that I had, and I actually kind of like that. This is another vellum from my shop, Monstera leaves that I had available last month. And I kind of like how that layers together. You can see how it kind of peeks through. They're both on vellum. This is a foiled vellum, so kind of layered on top. I like that muted look. It's one of my favorite things, muted. Everything muted, not too crazy. Okay, so then next up is my inbox section. I have this little dashboard. This is from Cloth and Paper. It is, yeah, I'm gonna keep that in there. So I have that. This is also from the Cloth and Paper like new kit. It says logo file on it, which is a lover of words, and I am. So I'll go ahead and stick that in there. And then I have this little card, journaling card that says, the more grateful I am, the more beauty I see. I think that looks pretty good too. So maybe I will keep that, but this You Can Do Amazing Things, I think I'm gonna take out, and I will swap that with, I think this is going to look good here. And then it starts my inbox section. So when we close it up, just to get a little look at what it looks like. Let's see, and then I always test it out to kind of see. Switching out the deco typically takes me multiple sessions of going back and taking a look at, do I like it? Do I want to take things out? And just know that just because you settle on something doesn't mean that you can't change it. But again, I have my name in the front. I have the foiled vellum here, and then the inbox section. And I like how this looks. And then this paper, like the dividers with like a paper is where it's not transparent, like it's not a clear see-through divider. I like, because it kind of provides a little bit of protection against the next page depending on how sensitive the information can be. But once that's done, then I'm going to go ahead and just add the guts of my inbox section. So my inbox section is just little inserts that I have, little hodgepodge of things that I feel like I need. So I have a couple of those pages. I have a few lists. This is something that I made, but this is from EO Edits. Really cute one. And then within my inbox section, I have like lists and to-dos and tasks and things like that. But then the next section is like my meeting notes. So I feel like that's also like a really important section for me. So I have little meeting notes that kind of look like this. I think I have too many, so I want to take them out. I'm just going to keep a few in there because we don't have that many meetings left before the end of the year. So separating that section from my meeting notes, I had these kind of layered together like this, but I think I'm going to take, let's see. Oh, I kind of like how that looks. So you layer them on top of each other, kind of try to see if you like that look. And I'm gonna take out this black and white because I'm trying to stray away from that. I have this, it's a Be Fearless. It's another insert that I had available earlier last year. And I think this one looks good like this. So when I flip it, it will be my meeting section. Again, with the transparent like vellum, basically you would be able to see all your meeting notes or whatever. So I kind of like having a little digital to kind of separate that. And then that would be that section here. Then I have some other inserts. I'm going to take out some of this right here, but I have some other gridded note inserts, and in case I need that, all of this inbox section, that's usually like my most important section in my planners, and that's kind of how I like to keep it. So again, I have my starting page, and then here's the deco that I switched out. And then my inbox just has like my priorities and my eventuallys. I have a list sheet. I just usually keep one or two and then I rip it out and just kind of stick in a new one. And then I have my meeting notes, which look like this. This is from Sesavi. I think this is a really nice one. And then I have some grid paper. So really anything that I need to get done is going to be done in my inbox section, and then I assign it a task or a section after. So that is my most important section. Okay. So then after that, what I have is, let's see, let's take a look here. I have my monthlies. So this is a little piece of vellum that I had from my shop. I kind of like the gold look. I think the gold really goes well with the taupe, so I'll stick that back in here. I want to see if maybe I want to layer that with something else. I have this. This is from Gigi Plannery. I kind of like that. It is mixed foils though, but I think I kind of like how that looks. So I will stick that in together like this. And then the next section has this monthly like this. So I just have some things pinned to it. This is my monthly tab. And then I have Let Your Experiences Be Your Coach. I have a little memo paper. I have just a couple Post-its stuck here in case I need those. And then my monthly section, I have A Fresh Start Isn't a New Place, It's a New Mindset. And then a little bow clip from Lily and Lolico, I think. So let me go ahead and stick that in here. And then starts my monthly inserts. So right now, this is what I have. I have all of my cloth and paper inserts. These are the monthlies, and I think I've shared this one with you before, but this is kind of how I use transparent stickers to kind of mark off the dates, and I have it all the way through the end of the year, but I think that's part of what's chunking it up. Cloth and paper uses really, really thick paper, which I love for writing on, but it does bulk up your planner a lot. I had only half the year, but as we're approaching like the second quarter, I'm in a weird place where I do have to start planning till the end of summer, but kind of beginning of August. So I don't know, I'll stick them all in here for now. But to kind of give myself some privacy for when, you know, I do flips and things like that, I do like to have some pages here to kind of cover up my starting page. So I had this 2021 vellum. I think I'm going to remove it. And I have another one that says change here, which kind of goes with the theme, so I'll keep that. This is from Cloth and Paper. And then maybe I like how that looks. So it's going to say embrace change. And I'll put the little change one from Cloth and Paper in here. And then this is just something that I did with Cloth and Paper transparent page flags. They're little circle flags. And then I have a little die cut from my shop and some Simply Gilded washi. So that theme kind of goes together. Go ahead and stick all those in here and then close it up and see. And this is why, like I told you, it's pretty, it takes a long time. And then I like to flip a bunch of times in between. And this is how I have it set up so far. This Dreamer. I'm gonna have to think about this. I think the hollow is kind of throwing me off. I wish I got it in gold because it's so pretty. Yes, and then I like how that looks. It looks really good. And then the next section that I have is my dailies. So again, I just add a bunch of stuff right before the actual section starts. My dailies are pretty important in here as well. So let me stick in my dailies for now. This is something that I have from Cloth and Paper, and I've layered that over this like leafy kind of look right here. But I think I want to change that paper out maybe, which I hope is not a horrible idea. So I have this, and then I'm going to actually layer it with, let's do, actually I think I want to take that out, and I'm just going to do it like this. Yep. So then on the back, I have this vellum. This is from not Cloth and Paper. Almost everything is from Cloth and Paper in here, so I keep saying that. And if you see, I use washi to kind of hold my journaling cards in place because I don't want it to damage. It does a lot less damage than regular tape. And then this is a piece of vellum from Happy Scrappy, but again, this is kind of like in a silvery hollow color, so I'm going to swap it out. I think I will use this, which is from my shop as well, but it's gold. Okay, so I like the daisies here like that. And I'll put those two together and add back this. Now, I will warn you that putting washi tape on the foil could take off some of the foil. I don't really mind because this is from my shop. I could just reprint again, but just for those of you who are not printing at home, it could ruin your vellum, so be careful. Or the foiling of your vellum, so be careful there. And then that's kind of what this looks like. So that's cute. So I have this little bralette and jeans and boot set. Looks really cute. And then I have just some journaling cards here. This is another thing that I made. Girls Compete, Women Empower. I love that. I have my sticky notes from Villa Beautiful. I love that this is just in black and white, super plain. And so I'm just going to leave it there. Now this side looks a little bit bare, but this is what I mean when I say I do things backwards. I think this is a really good place for this one to go. And I think that if I just kind of stick it in here like this, it would look really nice. And it does. Oh, that section looks really good. So I have my dashboard here. Then I have the little daisies in gold. And then I have this. And now I could probably tape a little bit in the corner with like some washi tape here so that it stays together. But I have this, and I think that looks really pretty. Okay, then moving on to the next section, I'm going to get rid of this. So the next section starts my daily inserts. I think I've shared what my dailies kind of look like, so I will show you that right now. So pretty. I think this is from Simple and Trendy Co. These are her dailies. I love that it has like a daily schedule. It has a to-do list, and then it has like my breakfast, lunch, snacks, and dinner. So it's just everything that I'm tracking for the day for myself. This is not necessarily like work related, but this is like my self planner. I think if you've watched any of my other videos, you've kind of seen that I do have multiple planners, and this is kind of how I use it. Okay, so that's it for my today section. Then I have my weeklies. And in my weeklies, I had this 2021 kind of covering the weekly section, and I had this piece of vellum over it. So I think I might keep that. I think it doesn't look bad. Kind of goes well together. But on the back, I don't like how it has this like empty side. So what I'm gonna do is I have this one punched on the wrong side, and I'm just gonna cover it like this. And then starts my weekly section. So my weekly section, I have this little, I'm down to the last two, but I use these circle post-it notes to kind of mark things for my weekly that I'm not sure about, and then I remove it afterwards. The circle ones are great because it kind of goes with the personal size, but they're not great in the pocket size because it's a little bit too big. And then I have this from the Honeybee shop, which is just fun. It says Adulty AF, and I like it, so I'm just gonna keep that in there. And then what I will do is kind of start my weekly section. So my weekly section, I have some habit trackers in here, but to cover that all up, I think I will kind of cover that with Not All Who Wander Are Lost. And then, let me see. So I have some lesson plans in here, and then over here I have my cloth and paper like dashboard, and then on the back I've cut down some of the part of the packaging from the cloth and paper about cleaning, because I feel like that's an area where I'm really lacking. So just go ahead and stick that in here. I kind of like how that looks anyways. And then my next section is projects. So for projects, yeah, projects really goes over a section where I'm planning out next projects that I'm doing for Etsy. And then I think I removed all of them before I did this. Yes, I did, just in case some of these things haven't released. So that's kind of like going to be my cover section. And then I have my projects. I have this little card right here. And then on the back, I have some shop things. I have this insert or this dashboard. It's from Foxy Fix. I think they are, nobody knows what happened to Foxy Fix. They're no longer, I think, selling things, but it's a perfect fit for my cloth and paper page flags. This is from last month's kit. I love these colors. I can't wait till she releases these as a standalone. And then on the back, I have Progress Not Perfection and all the little things. So it's just kind of like a cute little look there. And then I'm using these May Paper Co. Like small grid paper. I think it looks really good, and it's perfect for project planning because I can draw out anything. I can make things like my writing small or take up 2 lines to write bigger. I love grid paper, so there's that. And then I have these two. This is also from Gigi Plannery. This was in my Valentine's setup, and I think I'm just going to take that out and replace it. And then I have this Adjust Your Focus. I think it was from a planner that I had purchased online. Let's see. I think I will go ahead and put this here as the end of the section to mark the end of the section. And then I'm going to have this kind of cool design. This gray clashes just a little bit, but I still like the way that it looks here. And then I'm going to use it to start my next section, which is miscellaneous. So my miscellaneous section, I have my tab ready. And then, yes, I have some goals here for my miscellaneous section. So miscellaneous really has a lot of like my cleaning inserts. It has my digital declutter. It has just some lined notes and some reports and things like that. So I have that. And then I have my Etsy, which I'm going to kind of skip over because there is some private information in there, but I just have, I don't know if I've shown you this before, but I just created an insert for myself. So I take tally marks of like how many of each item I have, and then that kind of helps me to narrow down, especially for dividers. If I can just kind of mass cut or mass produce, it's always a little bit easier, and that's what I use. So I have that, and then I have that to-do list for my Etsy shop specifically that I used in the inbox from EO Edits. Okay. So I kind of have to like be strategic here because now it is not going to hold on the other side, if you can see, because there's so many things in here. And then, let's see. I did add like a couple of things. I pulled some things before we came to film this video. And okay, I will put this upside down here and then kind of insert it all together. Then I pulled this little piece of vellum that I think I also got from Arel when I purchased the LV graphite from her. And I think this looks really pretty, just like that whole vibe. It matches really well together. And then I have a whole section for lists. So these are the type of lists that I like. I think it looks really pretty. And then in the back over here, which I'm not going to open, I almost did, is my contact section. And I have like contacts that I would need no matter where I go. I think I've talked about this before, but we rely on our phones so much that, you know, I like to have this because I used to memorize phone numbers all the time. It's not the case as much anymore. So I have that there. And then I have this Conquer from Within that I also got. And the last section is my finance I'm rushing a little bit because I'm looking at how long this video is, and it's pretty stinking long. So I have my finance section in the back right here, and in the back I like to keep this. It kind of protects the pages as well from, like, you know, the rings from scratching on here, but also it carries a lot of my, you know, basic necessities for what I like to plan with. I have a lot of these icon stickers from the Honeybee shop, a lot of my dot stickers from my own shop, and some bare necessity stickers in there as well. So let me go ahead and stick this in backwards, and then we'll do a quick flip. I think this video is almost at 30 minutes. This might be my longest video that I've ever done. And just know that this is the process that it takes. This is the part that's fun for me. I don't know how much I love doing this while I was filming because it kind of takes away from my creative process, but I hope you guys are enjoying this. If you do, let me know down in the comments below, and I can do another one like this when I switch out my deco for my pocket rings. Pocket rings is actually like the most fun for me because that's my quote-unquote deco planner. It's like more minimal aesthetics, but yeah. Okay, it's exploding. Sorry about that. So sticking this in here and sticking my cleaning list in here. I'm gonna move some of this over so it will close for me. All right. There we go. All right, it closed. We did it. Okay, so let's do a quick flip through of what it all looks like. And let me stick this back on here. So the front, we know what that looks like. And then the front pocket, we know what that looks like. Oh, I forgot to mention that back here, I keep my Villa Beautiful like sticky tabs right here. It's a great place to store them. I feel like I'm using page flags all the time to mark a page that I want to flip to pretty quickly. So here we have it. And that's it. So that is a very, very long process video for how I like to change out the guts of my planner. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I would love it if you considered subscribing. If you think that I should do something like this for my pocket rings, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. Hope you guys are having a beautiful week, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.